Welcome to This Week in Gaming. I'm your host, The Fury, and with me today is Jet.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And always, Maverick, XK888.
XK888? X888. I'll accept that. It's fine. I'll let that slide.
You'll accept that.
Yeah,
all right.
that's okay.
All right, top story of the week, Metal Gear Solid series getting a PS3 Legacy Edition.
Let's not mention the fact that we're in video with you guys right now. Hi. And we're in... Hi.
I'm pretty
Hello.
sure people can see.
Hey!
If we want to do that, this is our first week using video.
I'm just saying, people are going to see the VGMU logo and tune out. But I don't. Because here we are.
Bear with us.
In all our sexiness right here, we're all up here.
We're here. We are here.
It's not like I'm, broadcasting live from a garage in California. No one would ever see that. No one would see that. It's a professional studio, people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're professionals. We got this. I'm not even worried. Are you guys worried?
Clearly.
I'm not worried.
Clearly.
I'm not worried at all. All right, but let's start that again. First story of the week. Metal Gear Solid getting a Legacy Edition for the PS3. It's now got combined sales of franchises hit 33 million units, 33 million units rather, and now it's going to be coming to us on the PS3 as the Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, the HD Edition, 3 with the HD Edition, VR missions, Peace Walker, pretty much everything, and of course, Metal Gear Solid 4. What do you guys think about this?
I love it. The problem is I bought the damn HD collection.
But you'll buy anything. That's the problem. At this point, if anyone else on this planet is watching these shows, you understand that the only way to get the money from the Jet Black is to make some sort of edition. Legacy is a good word. Pet edition is a good word. Special is a great word.
Collectors is the
Collectors.
The highest tier.
Or just have a little tick mark on the free hats.
No, a plus.
Yes, if it has TF2 items. Oh
free
my
hats
God.
and TF2, and it's sold.
That is all
You know
I
what
need.
they should do? They should just resubmit all the games they've ever made and change the color of the hats. That's it.
My God.
He'll buy them. He'll buy them all. He'll go and just rob liquor stores all
Here's my
day
credit card.
just to afford it.
Where do I sign up?
Take my money.
But back to the story at hand. This is a great thing for the Metal Gear Solid series. We're collecting all these games. Maybe not everyone was on board. There's the Peacemaker in here. This is a game that not a lot of people played. I believe, was it for the PSP?
Yes, from what I hear and what I understand, I still gotta get to it, but it's the best out of the series. Yes.
Which one was the? Didn't they have like a trading card one, or not trading card,
Yes,
but like
card
Acid,
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Acid,
Metal Gear
okay.
Solid Acid and Acid 2. Now, Acid I did play. It was kind of almost a launch title for the original PSP. It was all right, but it was not the same action.
Kinda weird,
Peacemaker
yeah.
is the same action that is in Metal Gear.
Yeah, the thing I'm excited for is having MGS, the original, in the bundle. Now, how will it be? Will it be the PS1 graphics, or will it be an HD remake, or will it be Twin Snakes? No idea.
Well, I mean, it just says Metal Gear Solid in the
Regular.
article.
It doesn't say HD.
It doesn't say
whatsoever.
HD, where they specify HD in the other titles. Metal Gear Solid 2 HD, Metal Gear Solid 3 2 HD. So I mean,
Would be nice. But that's
most
just me.
likely it's going to
mind,
be a
though.
PS1 port.
Yeah, that's just me nitpicking.
It'll probably be a PS1 port, but keep in mind on the big screen, it's going to look bad. It's definitely not going to look good. It's not going to play well on your big screen TV. That being said, I've been playing PS1 emulator on my computer and playing the Metal Gear Solid game back, and I probably put about a couple hours into it. It is still playable, unlike Final Fantasy VII, which is very difficult.
Oh God, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid is playable.
Yeah, there's games that it really does. The graphics, don't really matter. I mean, I boot up the 64, I put in Smash. I mean, the graphics don't matter to me. It could look, it's like 2D Paper Mario, and it's all good. I mean, the 33 million units is a pretty good milestone. Obviously, compared, I think what Call of Duty has something upwards of 50 million. I think it's I mean,
It's
comparatively,
some ungodly amount, yeah.
Yeah, it's comparatively, it's not even close, but you not everybody can appeal to the Metal Gear Solid series, which makes that 33 million a good number. It's kind of, no, I don't want to say niche. It's not niche per se, but I'm not a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid. So, but 33 million is like, it drug me into one of the games. I bought 4.
Yeah, but when you're talking Call of Duty and multi-platform,
it's not gonna happen. Exclusive, yep. Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, from someone who's never really been into the Metal Gear series, there's a huge barrier of entry. If you look at the first game, yes, that's a good place to start. First, as in Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. 2 is also a jumping on point. 3 kind of throws you for a loop because you're in the past. You don't know what's going on. You can't really relate to these characters. And 4, oh my god. As much as I love 4 and how it connects the story for hardcore Metal Gear fans, it is ridiculous to follow if you have never played any of the
if
others.
you've never played it. But if you know the series and you go back to Shadow Moses, like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah. Well, see, like I think, I don't know if we talked about it in the previous show, but in that actual sequence, I've never played any of the other besides Snake Eater. That's the only other one I played before. That's the only one I played before Guns of the Patriots. So, but I felt that was supposed to be epic. I had no idea what Shadow Moses, other than hearing the name, was. But I knew, like, the way they kind of did the whole cinematography of the cutscenes and everything.
Whoosh, whoosh.
I knew, okay, this has got to be epic. Like, I should feel something. And I did, even though it was confusing on what I was feeling exactly because I didn't know where I was. But, you know, I can appreciate, and you're right, Paul, Guns of the Patriots was confusing as all hell for me. I was like, who the fuck is this? Why is this old chick hitting on me? Like, I have no idea where any of that thing was going, but it didn't matter. It was still a good game. It didn't really bug me that I didn't know everything about the game. I was still able to play it. I still had fun in the game, so.
Well, it's a good game. That's the thing. Hideo Kojima makes good games most of the time. All right, but moving on. No press conference at E3 for Nintendo. Jet.
Yeah, this just hit, and Satoru Iwata said that, we're just not going to have a E3 press conference, which is weird because every E3 you're always used to seeing.
Yeah, it's the big boys.
Yeah, Nintendo
come on,
first, and then Microsoft, and then Sony closing out the day, giving you everything, and I'm so used to Nintendo just coming out and saying, here we go, check this out, this is what we got. It's just the big whiteboard full of the franchises just scattered across the screen.
I'm wondering if it's like Nintendo not scared per se, but let's be honest. People are going to go to E3 for PS4 and 720. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no question. No question.
Who cares about
that's
Nintendo?
next gen.
Old news.
Yeah, you can call the Wii U next gen all you want. That's not the case.
Yeah, I wonder if Nintendo was just like, you know what, we ain't gonna get anything done at that conference anyways. Let's focus on the little conferences. Let's do the smaller stuff where we're gonna capture more eyes because we have something we can actually show the consumer and they can actually buy. Whereas E3, and that's all about the future. That's all about what's coming, not what's here.
I have a bit of a theory about this. Now, Nintendo's kind of been thinking a little bit out of the box of being a hardcore gamer kind of company. They released the Wii, and the Wii did amazing. But to the hardcore gamer, to maybe the group of us, it's not a real console. It's not what we want. But people bought it. They paid a lot of money for it. They bought the software. It did quite well. They are dominating the handheld market. So they know what they're doing in these particular fields. Now, does this mean that they're not doing so hot? No, I think this is just, we don't want to spend the money on something we know is not going to get us what we want. That's not the audience we want. The audience we want are the people who are going to stand in line for this or that, who want to see the actual physical item and try it out. And I think that's what it's going to come down to here. They don't need that big stage. It's not them pulling away from E3. It's them pulling away from that.
They already got, they've established themselves. If we got the Wii U, it's already there. You can touch it. You can go to the store right now and buy it. They don't need to have that big. We have the Wii U. Yeah, no shit. We've seen it. Like it's, we know you're there. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's necessarily a waste of time for Nintendo to have a press conference, but I definitely think that it's not going to hurt them any to not have a press conference at E3. It's going to be odd, but I don't think it's going to be like, well, Nintendo's done. Like, no, I just think, they don't really need to come out and announce anything. Plus, they're going to get overshadowed, let's be honest, by PS4 and 720. So.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be next gen. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's all I care about, and I'm sure you two are the same way. That's all you care about is PS4 720. What's it going to look like? What are those two going to say? What are they going to do?
Let's see the new consoles.
Yeah.
There's really no point. I wonder how much. I'd love to see how much they're actually going to save here doing this. It'd be really interesting to see what that money value is.
Because I know they did a report on it. I don't know if it was last year's E3 or a couple of years back of the insane amount of money that requires to get a top spot at E3. It's a boatload of cash. So maybe they could put that out somewhere else, and that actually coincides with the whole new North America CEO for Nintendo, how he wants to streamline it. So that works perfectly with that, as, you know, get rid of all the fluff. We're going to focus on games. We're not going to worry about all the BS. So that meshes together nicely.
Yeah, I think they're just going to say, hey, let's focus on what we do best, which is let's get these devices in people's hands and let them play with it. Because that's the thing about the Wii. When you get a hold of the Wii controller, it's different. It's something you haven't played with before, and it works. You know, you can play that tennis game all day. It's just a simple little thing, but you can play it all day. When you go to your family's house and they've got that playing on the TV, you just get competitive. You get in the mode and you're going for it. And they do
Eat
that
it, Grandma.
well.
Get out of my way.
Bam!
Bam!
100 miles per hour in your face.
What are you up to? But Nintendo doesn't need to spend that cabbage, and I think that's what this move's all about. Yeah. Moving on, Simcity comes out with its first major update.
Yep, 2.0 now. I will say this. Metro knows where I'm going. People on the forums, when they, you know, SimCity made a post on the forum saying, you know, it's version 2.0. Here's the patch notes and everything, and everyone instant flame. Like the very first post, and I quote, "Some nice fixes in there, but what I really was hoping for to see was larger cities."
Where's the larger cities? Good God!
I just have to facepalm because it's like, no, it's never going to happen in the current iteration of SimCity. Larger cities are not going to happen. Expansion, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to happen in SimCity. So shut the hell up. You're stupid. And second of all, everyone else after that person is pretty much just saying, you know, this shouldn't be called a major patch. It's not version 2.0. These are a bunch of minor fixes. No one cares. It's not fixing the main issues. And I know me and Jet know, like, it doesn't fix our main problems with the game. First of all, being the fact that, you know, highways in and out of the city to get in and out are literally, I think, one lane.
Shit. Yeah,
it's one little lane to get in and one little lane to get out. So you'll have traffic backed up to the next city in your region.
Yeah, I remember when you were trying to transfer money to yourself.
Yeah, it took like an hour because and you could watch the money truck. It was stuck in traffic.
It was stuck in traffic.
It was stuck in traffic for like 30 minutes of cheetah speed, like, which is like 3 times that or whatever it is. So, like, yeah, it didn't really fix that. The cool things it did fix, tourism is now balanced, more smoother in terms of influx of people. Casinos and other kind of touristy places have been streamlined, so no longer you'll get, like, casinos that one day do amazing and make all this money, and then the next day they make nothing. It's more consistent and overall buffed in a sense. And they a little more on the server side, kind of improved cities processing. I don't know if you noticed, it happened to me where, like, my city, when I stopped playing it, did nothing, and other people in the region couldn't get supplies from it.
Yeah. When I wanted stuff, when I wanted your water, your power, or whatever.
Even though I had it.
It was
even
0
it was
kilowatts or 0 gallons for $0.
Exactly, because it wouldn't process it, so they fixed on that a little bit. So, I mean, they're making steps in the right direction. That's what I don't think people get. It's like, some of this stuff is going to take time, and I know the behind the scenes about this, how, like, the entrances to the city and offline mode work fine. Offline mode being cracked version of the game that someone found out. But, you know, you got to understand, EA is not going to implement that without very good caution in the online settings, or Maxis, or whoever the hell's taking the reins, and I don't even know I don't care anymore. But so just shut the fuck up, people. EA is not that bad. Like, God, it's just instant flame. I don't get it. Like, I think it's like 4 posts down on the first page before you get to someone who's like, oh, cool, thanks.
Like constructive? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all, you positive. Suck, EA, go to hell.
But you guys, okay, so you're just saying it's all on EA hate. But we need to look at this. As people who are running Video Game Mashup here, we are the 3 main heads of the company, and we're trying to make this community for everyone. We see it more than anyone else, really, because we get these videos out there and we post, and we see the comments coming back. For all the major videos that we put out, the majority of the posts are negative about the game itself. Recently, we had a Age of Empires video where we just said, hey, this is the new HD coming out. This is all the cool things about it. It was kind of a positive. Yeah, there were some negatives about it, but for the most part, it was positive. Every single post in the comments is, they should have fixed this. They should have fixed this. This is ridiculous. They're charging $20 for a remake that was out in 1992 and all this other stuff. It's like, guys, as gamers, you know what? Games are entertainment. yes, they're awesome, they're fun, but they're not life. There's so much more out there. We need to understand.
What?
Yes,
what are you talking about? Are you crazy?
We can.
Have you not seen my computer? No.
No. Okay. We all love games. We love them. We're all about the games. But you need to understand. It's like, let's stop focusing on the damn negatives in these games and enjoy the positives. Yes, this sucks, and we want them to fix it. We're letting them know they're working on it. Now back the fuck off. Like, seriously.
And it just adds to the whole scumbag EA. Like, I'm just so tired of the scumbag EA. I get it. They don't do everything 100% perfectly that everyone likes. Shut the fuck up and get over it.
Yeah, like I say every week, it's just the EA Defense Force just coming on in. It's like, come on.
I'll never win.
EA's been doing a pretty good job. They're still supporting this game. They could say, fuck it. We're not supporting it anymore.
Exactly.
They're not getting any money for supporting it.
They just released a major patch. I mean, come on. Like,
it's not good enough.
No, it's not good. Everything that everyone wants to be fixed has to be fixed right now, or else it's garbage, and the company is garbage.
Or I want my money back. Speaking of wanting my money back, we're moving into the next story.
That
segue. Yes. Valve is to refund someone, a customer, who is offended by BioShock. Now, BioShock itself has been out now for a couple of weeks, now over a month probably, and we have got the story here where this guy was offended by the baptism scene early on in the game.
Yeah, it was just he hated the idea of being forced to take it.
Yeah.
I love. You know what? I'm gonna say he's a white guy because only white people would say forced. You know, I don't think anyone else would be like.
I don't want that. No.
So for those of you who have not played the game, it really early on, you
spoiler alert.
You find the city, and a priest is there. He's going on all about all this sort of thing, and he baptizes you. He just pushes your head underneath the water, and then boom, the game really starts. So this customer was very unhappy with it. He's a avid Christian, and he says that this is a mockery of being baptized. This is not exactly how it happens. And he made a big enough fuss. He didn't play the game anymore, refused. And Valve, being good, and decided, you know what, it's not worth our time not to give him the money back. Let's give him the money back. He didn't play it. Let's get it out of the way.
Right, well, we'll just put Valve in a bind where they had to. Because if they didn't, this kid could probably go to some Christian coalition and then just flame Valve and go on.
Westboro Baptist Church?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, yeah. So it's like that they got to do it. Why would they not do it?
I am torn on this one because it's like, first impression, good guy Valve. Like, okay, this guy didn't like the game, refund, cool. Like, all right, good guy Valve. I feel like they did the right thing. But I think about it more and more, and it's like, A, it just seems like hush money. Like, shut up. Just take this money. Shut up. And B, it feels like, what does that say about their policy where it's like...
Well, no, it says, like, you cannot refund this game whenever you buy something.
Right, and then this guy's like, oh, like, I'm going to make it a big enough uproar about it, cry enough, and he gets his way. What does that say? It's like, I don't think that Valve should bend to that. Like, no, I would understand, like, if the game was faulty in some way, or something was inherently wrong with the game, or the download, or something like that, then yes, it should be refunded because
if something is broken, like the War Z,
exactly,
like that whole fiasco, yes,
that should be exactly that. The game did not work as intended or as advertised, therefore. But BioShock didn't come out saying BioShock Infinite, the Christian simulation game. Like, it didn't come out saying that.
Disclaimer, you will be baptized.
Yeah,
in the correct fashion. Maybe they should have had a disclaimer on this. No, but what this is this is all about society has now changed. It is PC kind of, I'm going to cater to everyone because I don't want anyone to get offended. What the fuck happened? Like, I don't understand this kind of mentality where, so this Christian is offended. Now, I'm surprised this hasn't happened where they've offered a recall on all the products so that they can then put a label on them that says, caution, if you're a Christian or Catholic, you may be offended by some of the material in this game. And it's one of those things where this is not Valve's problem. Valve is not bad in this.
Or if you're a black person, you might be offended by this game.
Yeah, and where's all the black people who came up and were like, oh, hell no, this is racist as hell. As I say this in an extremely racist voice.
Yeah, no, seriously, you're going to ask a question in the next
I'm going to ask you a question in a second. But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's 10 times worse with the whole racist factor than is the 1 5-second scene of you getting baptized. Like, really, like that's really what.
No, this is just a really kind of an extreme example of this guy's offended. You know what? You have your right to be offended, but you don't have your right to get your money back. Valve, you know what? They did okay, but this is a story of like, let's stop with this whole PC bullshit. I get tied up in it at work. I'm sure everyone else does. It's just you're always tiptoeing over a little thing because you don't want to offend the little guy. You don't want to offend this guy for this or this or this. It's just ridiculous. Let's all get along.
You got to draw the line somewhere. You got to draw the line somewhere. And
but is it really Valve's place? I mean, Valve I think did the right thing because financially
they had to.
They had to. Just like Jet says, if they didn't do it, they would be, some group would be coming. All of a sudden, there's boycotts. There's this, blah, blah, blah. They did the right thing. The story, this guy, he's an idiot. Just fuck off.
I'll be honest, though. Because I read the headline just said, like, Valve refunds Christian for Bioshock or whatever it was. And my first immediate thought was, I'm going to get my money back right now. I'm going to get my money back right now.
No,
damn, but not when you played
really?
for 12 hours. No, this kid probably had like 30 minutes. Yeah, yours is 13, 14 hours.
That was my first thought.
Well, actually, he's got quite a bit more than 13 hours because of some shenanigans being pulled over at VGMU headquarters.
And to me, like, if I first thought that, and I'm not the first person to go out and like try to rip off a game. Like, I'm not that type of person. I will avoid completely. Like, in my life, I maybe have returned one game, and that was Fallout 3. For the PS3.
Yeah, for me it was the first Madden for Xbox 360.
So for me to think that immediately, that says something. It's like, who else thought that? Who else? I'm a Christian. Let me get my money back. And I'm wondering. I'm curious.
Christian man.
But hey, if it's gonna give me $60 back, I'll be whatever you want me to be. I'll be a freaking.
This is one of those case scenarios. Yes, this opens the door to possibilities in the future. Valve is going to take it from a case-by-case basis, but I'm pretty sure if you came at them right now, and whoever's coming at them right now and demanding it, they're going to look at the time played, and if you stopped within that, 20-minute window where that happened, they may be silently giving your money back. But you guys who have played it for more than an hour, you're done.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I saw it, I was so mad I got up and left my computer for 14 hours. I was that
just
pissed.
left it on. Just had to walk away.
Left it on, yeah.
Just,
I was that
later.
I'm
out. Peace.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't started demanding reparations here yet, Matt.
Hey, I didn't go through years of slavery personally to not get my 40 acres and a meal. Damn it!
Damn you!
I'm on it.
All right, enough of the shenanigans. Zelda: A Link to the Past is now getting a sequel, and Earthbound heading to the 3DS.
Yes, Earthbound, I've heard nothing but great things. It's one of those games I wish I bought it back in the day. I remember when I was about 12 or 13, I saw it in a GameStop. It's probably like $80, $90. I just couldn't afford it. So now I can finally play it instead of doing an emulator. But the Link to the Past sequel, I'm pretty hyped on it. Link to the Past, the original, is probably my favorite Zelda game. So I'm all over it. I already got my 3DS. It's collecting dust right now, and I need anything to play.
Have they remade A Link to the Past, or has there only been the original?
No, there's been so many iterations. There's been what was it, like a Forward Swords kind of deal. So it's been
Forward Swords was excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And the original Link capabilities of that game, you could play 4 players, was an excellent idea, and it brought people. That's the thing Nintendo does, is like they take what they already have and they kind of innovate on it, and they say, hey, let's do it from a hardware perspective, and now let's do it from a software, and they kind of put it all together, and it works quite well. Unfortunately, as a hardcore gamer, that quote unquote, the majority of what I do is on a PC, and if I can't do it on a PC, I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, I wish it was somehow tied to the Virtual Console or something. I love Zelda. I just don't know if I have the time just to sit.
I just don't know if I have the... Cool. How much do 3DS games go for brand new? Is it $39? Or is it $49?
Yeah, it's like $39, $49. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I've got a...
Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say, I've got a really good case study here, essentially, for a DS. I bought a brand new DS, one of the $100 models. I think it was like DSi. They price dropped it. I picked up a couple games, and every paycheck I was picking up 1 or 2 games, but I was in GameStop quite a bit, and I just didn't see a lot of what I wanted. And I do have a huge commute where I'm on the train a lot, and you think a 3DS or a DSi would be a good thing for me. It'd be something. 9 times out of 10, it was just sitting in my bag, and I wasn't playing it because there was nothing really new at that point that I wanted to. So they weren't able to really kind of scratch that itch for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, there's only one game that I have for the 3DS, and there's only one game that I'm planning to get for the DS. Sorry, I don't have a 3DS yet. And when I buy a DS in October, or sometime around that time, there's only one game I'll be getting, and that's Pokemon.
Pokemon,
and I wish I had my DS right now. I'd boot it up and show you my 550 hours, which is after a restart from a previous 250 hours of time I put into that game.
Yeah, it's kind of badass listening to all your theory crafting and the knowledge you have about Pokemon.
It's great because it's no longer just that kids game anymore. They have an element to it where it's like now you can get in a number crunch where the average 10-year-old isn't going to know anything about that. So
don't let Jennifer know about this because I will never see her again. You guys, honestly, what I'm doing right now, I'm sure you've seen it, is I'm just thinking I'm doing a Bill Burr. What are you, a fake? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I love the original Pokemon, right? Don't get me wrong. Collected them all, had it, fun. Red was what I had. Then I got blue, yellow, and all of them were fun. I grew up, I guess, on that one, and I don't care anymore. You guys are talking about number crunch. You get a number crunch over here. Let's get this number crunch going on this. I need this right now.
I mean, that was my initial to picking up Pokemon again. Is I played it through. I played, beat the story in 10 hours. And that was a great trip down memory lane. Yay! But then when you get into the actual number crunching, as I said, it becomes interesting again. I mean, it opens up a whole new thing.
Yeah, I stopped playing after, I want to say Diamond or Pearl. And I would play the story, and it's just it's the same. It
is,
opening.
no, yeah.
It's like,
let's make a guess real quick.
Go to the doctor, pick up a Pokemon ball, and then go. And then I got very bored. But after hearing you talk about it and doing online battles and all that shit, sounds pretty interesting. Like, why not?
There's this thing for those of you who played either the newer one or Black 1 and 2, Black and White 1 and 2. It's called the Battle Subway, where you'll get pitted against computer opponents that will consistently get harder as you go along, to the point where you have to have your team completely perfectly trained in every single possible way to compete with them. And for me, that whole system of me getting my ass kicked repeatedly keeps me playing. Like FTL. If y'all watch the FTL, you'll know I put so many hours in that game because I get my ass kicked repeatedly and I just want to win.
Every time I watch it, all I hear is, "Oh, good."
Oh, good. Because good. I just got destroyed in 5 seconds after having the perfect dream of, all my best weapons. It's the same thing with Pokemon. The highest level I think I've gotten to in Subway is 50-something straight wins. Now, put that in perspective, the person who has the quote-unquote world record, obviously unofficial, is 1,000-something.
Oh, my God.
Nowhere even close to that. But that's what keeps me going, is that I need to be good. I need to, break that. I need to get to that. But, that's just me.
All right. A little out of where I'm at in gaming, but to move
How
back
did we get
in...
to Pokemon again?
I don't know. It's something to do with Nintendo.
Yeah, talking about 3DS and what is your stepping stone to...
I'll tell you, that's some serious evil you're talking about. Maybe some evil within. Moving on to the next game.
Segues.
Jeez, on fire.
Let's do it.
My God.
There aren't any real survivor horror games in the world right now. What do you think about that?
So, I mean, what was it? It was early last week, on the Bethesda, was it US? But some Bethesda Twitter account linked a Vine. Vine is Twitter's short, stupid, 5-second video clip. Makes no sense, social media video sharing device. Anyway, on Vine, in which they released a very short 5-second clip of, what was it, barbed wire,
a record,
and then
playing.
It segued into record playing,
yeah.
And that was it, right? For the first one, there was 2 or 3, right? There's two.
Yeah,
I remember
some dude hanging.
The second one was a bunch of sunflowers burning and a dude hanging. So everyone's like, Fallout. Gots to be Fallout.
Yeah, it's gotta be Fallout.
They're teasing Fallout. And I'll agree, that has the whole Fallout MO. I'll give them that. But then it was Thursday or Friday, I think. They dropped it is the new survival horror IP, spearheaded by the Resident Evil creator. Yeah. His new company, Tenga Studios, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're spearheading the project The Evil Within, which is new survival horror IP.
Yeah, but they showed that live action trailer, and it was weird as hell. It had like this guy, like
it really made no
wire,
sense. Yeah,
and
what was he doing?
This chick coming out of this blood thing with like 4
the
arms.
witch.
Yeah, it's like crawling all over the place. And you got this guy with like the glass shards on his body, and this dude with like a block safe face with like this huge hammer.
So bizarre.
It's like, what the hell is going on here?
I didn't feel fear from it, or survival horror, other than from the witch thing. The other one was just really so bizarre. I didn't even know what to feel. I was like, this is just weird.
Yeah, I'm like, what the?
The witch thing was kind of creepy, but
And I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan of horror games. I really don't want to get the shit scared out of me. I always go back to this example, and you know what? It makes me look bad. The scariest game that I've been able to sit through was when my buddy over here, Maverick, was playing. What was the game title, if you remember?
What, Dead Space?
Well, there's two. There's Dead Space, and then there's Resident Evil. Outbreak.
Resident Evil. That was what we were playing, and we had it jet black, and he's just playing online, and the lag issues were having him jump all over the place, but we were shitting ourselves. And it was fun to watch to have that experience, but it just wasn't something that I like to do. But what do you think Bethesda is going to really have to offer with this project?
I mean, it's have some merit with Resident Evil creator spearheading it. Some merit.
Hopefully be better than the last couple of Resident Evils.
God.
Oh my god.
Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil hasn't been scary in a long time. I mean, the original scare that you had in 1 and 2 is just gone. Now, I played 2, and again, it's not my style. I enjoyed it. I knew what they were trying to do. It was fun. The story kept me moving forward. 4, on the other hand, is more up my alley, and I loved 4.
Mm-hmm.
5 was really a step down.
5 and 6, yes, 5 and 6 never, ever once made me even think about going,
they tried doing the jump scares, but it just didn't.
Nothing.
It didn't work.
The thing is, it was the way they set up 5 more than anything, because me and Jed over here played 5 together. The main thing with 5 was repetition. It was learning what you're supposed to do and doing it and dying once in a while to learn to do it right.
Yeah, just over and over and over. Collect gems, upgrade your weapons, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what Resident Evil is now. It's our own fault.
I think that they're going to get away. They're going to get away with that. I don't know if they're going to make it scary or what, but they're going to get away from that. It's going to be less action, more horror.
Yeah, which is what I want. The scariest game I played in a long time was Dead Space. Like I'm playing Slender right now, but that's just like a small little indie title. I want a big
Slender.
budget.
I think is a lot more creepy than it is scary.
Yes,
because it's always like looking over your shoulder, like where is he? Where is he?
Where is that?
I know he's here, but where is he?
Oh god! Oh god!
Speaking of the new Slender game, if you guys are interested, we got our boy here, Jet, playing it, having a good old time. We have a nice little Let's Play. It's fun. It's 30 minutes. It's pretty funny. I would stick it out, watch it. Link is right here.
In my pants.
Click the button and have a good time with that. Moving on to the next story. May 21st, Xbox announcement. This could be good.
Yeah, Microsoft's coming out. We talked about this, I guess it would be 3 weeks ago at this point. The 21st was already a rumored date. Now it's been confirmed. They're going to have a press conference. Did they actually say it was going to be about Xbox? Was that said, or was it just going to be a Microsoft announcement? Yes. Okay.
It's the new console for sure. I watched the video. All the information seems, if it is valid, is going to be the new console. That's what it's going to be announcing. They're going to announce the launch titles, and they're going to show us the hardware.
So we're like we've talked about this. It's probably going to be just like the PS4 conference. They're going to show off some pretty new tricks that the 7.2 is going to do. Going to fetch your coffee, morning coffee, get your mail, all that good stuff. And then,
be your entertainment hub.
And then I'm sure that they'll probably skip over price point. And they could come out with it, but I foresee that kind of being like an E3 thing. And they're gonna hit the couple brand name titles and then end scene. So it'll be interesting to say the least. We'll see what they have going for them. We know, unfortunately, it sucks being so into the gaming world. We're not surprised by anything because most of us leak beforehand. So we'll see if they get surprises at all. But we'll of course be reporting to you. We'll probably have an E3 special. I'm assuming we'll be watching.
Absolutely, we're gonna have an E3 special. But speaking of E3, the good thing about this is they're releasing this information closer to E3, which Sony had their announcement earlier. I think this is a really good idea for them to have saved it this long. They, let the hype dive down of the PS3, and Microsoft's going to try and hit it hard. There's a lot of fanboys out there who love their Xbox 360s and will only buy an Xbox. Let's see if they can win over the rest of the people. And I'm excited for this, and it looks like we will be there, VGMU, giving you any little bit of information about that on the 21st.
Yeah, it's a good strategy because they're gonna be right in before E3, and then maybe they'll be the first up at bat at the news conference.
Right.
So they're gonna bam, all the hype's on us, all the eyes are on us. We're gonna get it out there, bam, it's gonna be awesome. Sony suck our.
Yeah,
EPs.
metaphorical EPs. Yeah. Well, it's like the problem is Sony has all the mind share at the moment, and Microsoft needs to get in the mix.
I have no doubt they'll crush it on the 21st. I have no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that they'll come out and they'll crush it. Not any more than the PS4 did, but just because of the timing, it's gonna feel all that more in your face, Sony. Like, here's our response, and look at all the shit we can do, like kind of deal. So they'll crush it. They'll crush it.
Well, speaking of crushing it, the game that crushes it the most out there right now is COD, and the new one it has leaked. We know all sorts of information about it. It's Call of Duty Ghosts.
That segue. On fire, my God.
I don't know. It's just it's gonna be made by Infinity Ward, which is good. The problem is, spoiler alert: Ghost dies in Modern Warfare 2. So it's like, well, what the hell are you gonna do? What the hell is going on?
Maybe they're going back and they're seeing the stuff that led up to that, or something like that. Who knows what they're gonna do? All I know is it's gonna sell. Here's a prediction. Let's write this in the book. Millions and millions of copies.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a license to print money, and I use that term all the time on VGMU, but it just is. They don't need to really do anything. All they have to say is, "This is the next Call of Duty. You're gonna buy it."
Right. I need to find out what engine that they used throughout, but I guess my guess is the same engine or just version upgrades to it.
It's the same shit.
It's the same.
It's the same thing.
Modern Warfare 2, and I have the games. Looks no different from Modern Warfare 3. Looks no different from Call of Duty Black Ops.
And Black Ops 2.
No different from Black Ops 2. It looks exactly the same.
Well, I bet there'll be some Call of Duty kid that'll pop in down the forums below.
Oh yeah, here we go. Please post your elitist comment down here about how so much graphically changed.
The smoke effects are amazing now. What are you talking about?
They're anti-aliased. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But it's like a prediction. It'll look at the calendar. 11, 12, 13. That's when it's coming out. They love November. They love like the kind of sequence numbers. That's what's gonna be. Bam.
Oh, it's perfect timing. It's right before the holiday rush. They're gonna get it right before Black Friday. It's a great time to throw that game out there. It's gonna sell millions of copies before the before the end of the year.
It'll go 10 mil in a month easy.
It's ridiculous. But you know what? The only people to blame are yourselves who go out and buy that game.
Yeah, screw you guys who go out and Call of Duty.
If you really like it, go for it. Like I'm like that with Battlefield. Regardless of what they're gonna sell me, I'm gonna buy it. Now that's because I have trust in the company and I trust the franchise. But you may have your own reasons. I love this game. I want more of the same. With new guns or new whatever. Go for it. Enjoy it. But it's just.
But we hate you.
Point,
we hate you.
Well, it's just like I don't know how Battlefield is losing to Call of Duty or in the multiplayer, which is
because it doesn't appeal to everybody.
God.
It doesn't appeal to everybody. Let's face it, Call of Duty, where the big money is at is the casual gamer, because there's way more casual gamers than there are hardcore gamers. And let's be honest, Call of Duty does it better than Battlefield in casual gameplay.
Yeah.
It's that game. What they do.
It's that fast-paced, quick action. Yeah.
Done. Yes. But what they do better than anyone else is they reward you along the way to keep you feeling like I gotta keep playing, I gotta play.
Them
Like
damn
I made
perks.
this example the first day I was able to play one of the Call of Duties. I think it was like Call of Duty 2 Online. Maybe it was Black Ops. I was playing that. I fell a certain distance and got rewarded for it. Because apparently that was the longest fall I've had and survived. And I got like points for it, and then I got a medal, and then everything continued that way.
They give you the most stupid shit for doing random junk.
And then they have that little voice going, "What?" and all this other stuff saying, look, you just accomplished a little goal, and that's the thing.
Oh, thank you.
We love it.
Thank you.
We love to be praised for our good play, so it constantly keeps you going and playing, and then you're unlocking things. I'll give them credit. They have a great system in place, and they do it very well. But one thing I'll never understand is the game that looks much better, that's Battlefield 3, looks much better, has a better engine by far.
Way better.
Yeah,
way better.
No debate.
Just miles
Things
ahead.
will actually be destroyed. The ground will blow up. The buildings will fall. Things like that happen, and it's not scripted.
Unlike,
right? So
a Predator drone hitting a wall in Call of Duty does nothing.
Nothing.
So that's the third thing. Bullet drop is the fourth thing, which for some reason there is none in Call of Duty whatsoever.
It doesn't have any because the maps are from here.
Yeah,
to
it's so short. Yeah,
like it doesn't.
Plus,
there's no.
And so this is my fifth. Right, you're touching on right now. DICE designs maps with this in mind. There's going to be different people who want to play this game. There's going to be people who want to snipe. There's going to be people who want to run and gun. There's people going to want to be smart, and people want to get in vehicles, aircraft, all this. And they've got to try and figure out how to be able to have all these play styles work together. And most of the maps in Battlefield work.
Are fantastic.
They are fantastic. Some of the original maps, they just are fantastic. They just work. I'm a running gunner. Jet over here, he's a mine kind of guy. He plans things out. He doesn't just run out in the open. Maverick here, he's a bit of a running gunner too, but he uses everything around him to go to his advantage. He's looking at people dying and knows, I ain't running out there.
I see
you go be my fodder. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it.
So those are the styles. I, on the other hand, will run by
You're the guy who goes and gets capped.
No, I'm getting shot by 10 people. I then get behind you, and then I kill everyone. But I will die a couple times in the process.
We just go ahead and revive you.
Exactly, just res me. It's all these different styles.
3 points.
It's all these different styles working together.
That's always gets me about DICE is they do two things really well, and that's map design in the sense that not all of them are hits. Let's be honest. Not all Battlefield, if any game, are amazing. They're not amazing, but a lot of the maps are really well done. You're right. They balance everything perfectly, so everyone who has a certain play style can always have something to do with most of their maps. Mm-hmm. And their immersion in the game. And that includes the graphics, that includes the destructibility and the engine, that includes the sound. They do some of the best sound. And Battlefield 3 was a little disappointing in the sound department. I thought Bad Company 2 was the most epic sounding game. There's nothing better than hearing an M95 from a mile out, and it's like you hear that thunder and that crack. It didn't really get that in 3 too much. But they do all the immersion much better, which is why I think that, I've said it before, Call of Duty is a game that's great for pick 'em and put down. Battlefield 3 or Battlefield series is the game you just don't want to ever put down.
Battlefield, I will play hours and hours and hours and hours, and I have. Now, just to name some of the great maps, Operation Metro is a fantastic map. My favorite, Caspian Border. Just the way everything is put together in that map. Operation Firestorm, also very wide open map, but allows for snipers, air support, tank support, run and gun, all of these types of play running together. And these are just original Battlefield 3.
Yeah, my only nitpick would be the fully destructible buildings back in Bad Company 2, where you're in it, and I'm sniping, so I throw up C4 against the wall, I blow it up, so that's my little sniper nest. And then as it gets hit by whatever the fuck, and then you start hearing that Oh my god!
I love it. I love it.
I missed that. Oh,
I love it.
And you had a couple seconds to get out, otherwise the beam's gonna break and you're done.
God. That's the one thing I missed the most.
No, Battlefield Bad Company 2 was a great game, and it didn't unfortunately continue a lot of the things that I liked about that game into the next one. But this is where you cut your losses. You know why they did these things, because they were either limited on this or limited on that. And as a gamer, it's so easy to be like, fuck you guys, and blah, 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 blah. But you need to just understand how great of a game overall it is. It is a great game.
We got to remember, too, that Bad Company is a different series than Battlefield. Like, it just shares the overarching Battlefield name, but it is not a true Battlefield. 3 is the true successor to 2. And if you play 2 and then play 3, you understand where they went. You can't really...
Right.
Bad Company was its own separate little thing.
Yes.
By no means am I belittling Bad Company 2 in the slightest. By far, one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had in any game.
I miss the motion trackers. Motion trackers were boss. Just throw one of those. Man, you could pull some serious shenanigans off in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Get away with it.
Good times.
I just remember, Metro jumping on the back of my quad, and we're just like kneeling in there, diving off, taking the point. It's just some good times, and that's why we have a few series coming up. As always, Battlefield Moments is a long-lasting series. I think we're in episode 9 coming up. And it's just crazy things that only seem to happen in Battlefield, and we've captured it on film for you guys, and we just want to share the moment. But moving on, one of our last stories of the day is THQ's has auctioned off Red Faction, Darksiders, and Homeworld.
All the good IPs, right?
Yeah.
Good news here. You sound very bad about this, but I'm just going to throw this out there. This is a good thing. We want these properties to be out there and sold and actually produced. We want people to kind of move forward with a lot of these. You're going to tell me right now that, Homeworld is not something you want to see more of. Red Faction, maybe a new twist on it, because, originally... I don't know if you played a lot of Red Faction, but me and Maverick here, when we were in high school, Red Faction 2 demo. Red Faction 2 demo. We had 20 laptops that were issued to us from the state, from the school, that they were blocked. Within 3 days, we had cracked those passwords, and we had the Red Faction 2 demo working on it. We had everyone in our high school playing it. Between classes.
It was bad.
I say between classes.
Oh, man.
A lot of it was during class.
You guys are so productive back in the day.
Yeah, we were very productive students.
Wow. Okay.
But this is a good thing. We want to see these IPs moving forward. We want to see people use them. Hopefully they come out with something, maybe a new twist, because the Red Faction holds a lot of love for us, but we don't really... I don't know about Darksiders. I have both, but I never really played it. Homeworld,
I've heard good things, but again, not really played it. I mean, what harm could go from them purchasing IPs? Just because they purchased IPs doesn't mean they're actually going to release a game.
Right, yeah. It's not going to guarantee that they're actually going to make it.
So, they could just want to hold on to it, maybe sell it off to another company type of deal or whatever. So, I mean, there's nothing negative from this that I can tell.
They also could just be using it for, residuals, essentially. Taking whatever continues to sell on Steam or whatever. They could just be trying to, eventually get their money back on that sort of thing. Or maybe like HD remakes and all this.
From what I understand, Red Faction didn't sell so hot, but like you said, there's a lot of people that are hyped for Darksiders. There's a huge cult following for Homeworld. So nothing but good things.
Yeah, I'm going to throw out a random story. This is not on the sheet. You guys have absolutely no idea where I'm going.
You're on the gaming
who
cast.
knows where we're going to go on this one. I'm the only one who does. I want to quickly talk about the Splinter Cell series, and Blacklist is coming up.
Okay.
It's coming out August 20th, so later this year. I have been a huge Splinter Cell fan. I have played every single one in the series. I was a big fan of the Xbox back in the day when it first came out. I loved it. I loved the beginning of the series, and then it fell off, and it just kind of lost its way, but it's been coming back.
You didn't like the last one, the latest one?
The latest one. What was the name
of
that?
What was it?
Let's find this out.
We're doing fact checking on the podcast.
It was something.
Fly.
Wasn't it like something like?
Here's the list. I got
it.
No, it's Conviction. Was the
Conviction.
Last one.
Yeah.
Conviction was a good one because it kind of brought it back to the same idea. So what happened was, we had Splinter Cell 1, great game. Pandora's Tomorrow was a little shaky. Chaos Theory, excellent. Me and Mav here played Chaos Theory. We rented an extra Xbox, if you remember this, and we tried to play 2-player, and we actually did get a few rounds in it. It was fun, where we were playing linked Xboxes together, and we had a good time. Then there was an Essentials pack, and then Double Agent completely ruined the series. They went a completely different way with things. It didn't make sense. They were trying to humanize the character, and it wasn't the right direction. Conviction's starting to bring it back, and Blacklist, hopefully, with the new film which is in development. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Yeah.
Maybe they can salvage something here.
Yeah, I'm hyped. The last one when you and I played it co-op, that was some good times.
That was some classic J-Moto times. And if you ever want to look up my Steam, I'm The Fury on Steam. There's some serious pictures of us playing that game together. One of which is when I find the only hooker in the game, and I try and extort her for money.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Sounds legit.
That's awesome.
It didn't quite work out for me. But then again, it didn't quite work out for her either. But yeah, let's see what Blacklist can do. I'm excited. Mav, what do you feel on this site?
I read an interesting article the other day about the Splinter Cell series in general, and that was that Splinter Cell series has become more complicated than it's worth to play, and I have to slightly agree with that. The original Splinter Cell felt like there was one objective and one objective only: espionage and stealth, and that's all that mattered.
Sounds like MGS bullet points. Stealth, action.
Exactly. Get your objective without being detected. If you really, really have to kill someone, do it smart, hide the body, all that good stuff. And it kind of, more as the time went on, the series kind of got away from that more and more. So if that comes back into play, then I'll be excited again.
Let's call it Resident Eviling a game. I think that would be a good thing.
Damn, we're just turning into a verb? Shit.
No, let's Resident Evil that shit. Because originally Resident Evil was all about, the horror, was about this, and then 4...
Survival, yeah.
Boom. Just everything that used to exist, the camera, everything, out of the window. We don't care. We're now taking this in a new direction, which, admittedly, I thought the game was great.
4 and 5 great, yeah.
But it's changed now, and it's now it's more the same. What Maverick's saying here is, originally it was all about the stealth. You were a government agent. They let you know that right away. The first thing you do is you go through this training facility, and you've got your boss watching every move you make, and you know that the entire world, what was it, the fifth freedom? Or fourth freedom?
It's been too long.
The fifth freedom, yes.
Fifth freedom. Whereas you have this right, but you are being scrutinized. There is a mile of paperwork that you must fill out after this. Everything you do. You kind of felt like you weren't quite Jack Bauer, but you had that right. Now, the later games, you are Jack Bauer. You're jumping over couches. You're shooting people.
Damn it! Chloe, I need a satellite. Now, where are you?
Where's the bomb?
Or it's more like, Jesus Christ, Paul. Anyway, but I think this could be a good idea. Let's bring it back to, he's now back in the agency. He's now got more rules and regulations, and he's going on missions. And that I can't see that as being a bad thing. Time will tell on that. August 20th, it's coming out. It's coming out for the PC, Xbox, and PS3. Last thing I want to add, and this is another one. Technically on the spreadsheet, it's technically there. Game Informer magazine. You're getting the wag of the finger on this. Where the hell have you gone? Game Informer magazine used to be a really good magazine. I enjoyed reading that magazine.
I thought we were going to have this discussion.
You know what? You thought wrong. We're going to link right now. Gaming's top 10 cats.
Oh my god.
Top 10 cats. Can you believe that? That's what Game Informer Online is doing now. Top 10 cats. We're going to show this. You guys need to go to this website and show the viewers the top 10 cats. This is utter garbage.
God.
And the first, Fantasy Star cats. We've got Breath of Fire, Mega Man. But here's the first one on their list, which is ridiculous. Any and all tigers in Far Cry 3. What? What? Oh my
It's so good.
Why?
Yeah, and you know,
wag of the finger, Mr. and Mrs. GameInformer.com. Gaming's top 10 cats.
My
Please.
God.
Let's keep
Kill
the
yourself.
conversation a little higher.
How is
than
this?
that.
Wait. I want to see how. Baroth Monster Hunter series. That doesn't look like a fucking cat to me. My God, it's a
Looks like a dragon.
Dragon,
But apparently it's a cat.
but it's a cat. Okay.
Anyway,
give
thank
up.
you very much.
I'm
Informer
speechless.
Meg.
I don't know what to say.
My God.
Now, no doubt you guys didn't want to talk about that, but I thought we should. Game Informer magazine. What
We're
are you
calling you
doing?
out. What the hell?
You're not getting the wag of the finger. That's what we're doing. Wag.
What the hell?
Annie
My
Hoozle,
God.
that is the end of the stories for the week. What have we been playing, gentlemen?
Let's see. I have been playing Torchlight a shit ton. That Synergies mod.
That
My God.
Mod Spotlight. Check it.
Yeah. Check
Coming
it
up soon?
Other than that, I just bought Monaco. See how that goes. I want to get the Surgeon Simulator. I want to try that out. And then
On the DL, possibly on that.
yeah, then your recommendation of Papers, Please.
Papers, Please. Yeah.
That-
So,
that's my
I'm playing. I just finished Tomb Raider. Meh.
Really? Just meh?
It just meh. I don't.
Oh.
I know I explained this to you before. It doesn't do Uncharted as well as Uncharted, but tries. It doesn't.
Yeah,
do,
no one's gonna be able to Uncharted. It's
Uh-uh.
just not gonna.
And so then it kind of like, okay, we'll kind of make it like.
Can we pause for a second? I want to coin that phrase. No one's ever going to be able to Uncharted. I love that. That's Jet Black right there, ladies and gentlemen.
No one's gonna
Everyone,
be able to
can we get the actual round of applause
Uncharted.
on the Google? Can we do that?
really?
Can we really do that? Please,
Oh,
Google.
God, that's
Let's
not-
do it. On the fly. Round of applause for Jet Black.
It's not happening.
Oh God.
You guys are shady.
I'm sorry.
Man.
And it doesn't do the run and gun shooter as well as run and gun shooters. So it's like, what is it trying to be? I don't know. And it strays away.
It's just a moaning simulator. Oh.
No, yeah, it is a softcore porn.
Well, no, but what's really the problem here is it's another series that has completely lost its way over the years. If you go back to Tomb Raider 1, now, again, let's try and keep nostalgia out of this, because that's a tough thing to do, but Tomb Raider was all about, you've got this tomb, you have no idea what's going on in here, there's secrets, there's multiple paths, there's all sorts of animals in here, you're searching, you felt like you were doing something, there was a halfway decent story involved.
Puzzles actually had thought involved. Like literally, I think the hardest puzzle I had to solve was throwing a container onto a elevator, like just simple crude elevator, so it
was
comes
like
down
physics.
far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the hardest puzzle I had to solve.
I don't know if you found this one where it was like there's this it's like this wind canyon, and you had to crank this shaft to close the flap.
Yes, it took me a second to do that one, but that was that. But I already knew what to do. It was
okay.
just it was
Getting
just
the timing down.
Yes, that was
Yes,
it. It
'cause you had to
wasn't
wait
hard.
that
The
first flap
puzzle
to
wasn't
pop,
hard. Yeah,
and then you jump
exactly.
on it, and then it swings, and then jump
I
on
got
it
that
again.
immediately, but it was like the timing. I just but what it wasn't nothing was like, man, I have to really stand and think. No, okay, I just push a button. Oh, that's what that does. Okay, I know what to do.
Right.
It wasn't difficult. So I finished that, disappointed, but I didn't go into expecting much. So whatever. GameFly free, don't care. Getting Dark Souls, looking forward to playing that. That'll be hopefully tomorrow or something. I'll get that. That'll be fun. And then playing Papers, Please. You may have seen it in the Steam Greenlight, but it's an open beta right now. Check it out. The annotation for the website. It's a really simple. You play the border patrol basically, and you issue people into your country. And you have guidelines you have to follow, and you have to meet a quota in order to survive in your family for them to survive. And it's just really simple. It's basically you have to scrutinize and balance how much time can I spend scrutinizing this person's papers, passport, all this other stuff, versus how much people have to get through a day to make it to ends meet. And it's really simple, but it's actually really addicting because you have to sit there and you have to use your mind. Okay, is this right? Is this right? Okay, she's got that. This looks wrong. Let me inspect her on that. Okay, she doesn't look the same in this passport picture, you know. So it's and right now it's an open beta, so it's free. Can't really hate on it.
No, it can't be free.
Check the link out. It's funny. It's funny as hell. And
it's going to be a free game Friday coming up. I can tell you that much.
Maybe.
No, maybe on that one. That's going to be a free game Friday.
So, okay. Well, I got till the day after tomorrow. Great.
It doesn't have to be this Friday coming up.
Let me get on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Surgeon Simulator I want to get into because it looks.
Yeah, I know, right? It looks so stupid.
It should be fun.
It should be good.
We'll give it a shot.
Well, gaming has been the background of my head. I have not been able to play a lot. I've been doing a lot of clopins, for those of you who know retail, closing and then opening. I've done 2 each week, and I have 5-day shift, 5 days a week shifts. So it's been happening a lot. Therefore, I've been sleeping as much as I can between shifts. That being said, I have been fitting in with a girlfriend, leveling a new tune, having fun doing that. And of course, Battlefield 3 has been my staple as always. But I am hoping to play a couple new games and finish BioShock. I'm about an hour away from finishing BioShock.
Knock that out. I want to talk about it so bad.
I know everyone wants to talk to me about the ending, which I am right there on the cusp of.
Now, you still don't know what's going on. You don't know about the ending, right?
I don't want to say much anything. All I know is I'm charging their house. I know something's up with this girl. I can't quite tell what's up. I'm trying to figure it out. It's a good game. I've been loving it. I've been recording every second of it, so there'll be a lot of footage coming out on that. So that's what we've been playing, and you know what? If you want to add us, we are Video Game Mashup. We've got Jet Black 411 over there, Maverick X888, and The Fury and myself. We're always on Steam. You can get a hold of us there.
Yep.
Well, that is this week in gaming, number 7 for us. I have been The Fury. With me is Maverick.
Oh,
just subscribe and all that good stuff. I love you guys, and actually, please post comments if you have suggestions for what we'll talk about next week or something. We're open to feedback. We respond to you guys, so please do that.
Before I pass it off to Jet, I will say if you do have comments on how much of a fag any of us are, then you know what? You can
we love it.
Yourself.
We love it. Please post it.
I will tell you right now, I am the best running gunner on the planet. I will beat you in Battlefield 3. That's right. Why don't you add me? Why don't you play me?
I will, Paul. My 5.4 kill death ratio. I'm sorry.
Eddie Hoozle. And I'm also the best GM out there. You know that.
Damn.
Let's hear the GG from Jet.
Now we can end.
Now we can end this week's episode
Thanks
of
for
This
watching.
Week in Gaming. Thank you guys. You have a good week.
Peace.
Take it easy.
The box on at the same time, which sucks.
Yeah, I know, right? So
you
lose
can only have one
lose your
or
name
the
there.
Right here. This is Metal Gear for furries. Metal Gear.
Furries with My God. Okay.
This is amazing.
All right, I need a couple more. So we good?
It's on you, buddy. That's on you, buddy.
4, 3. Welcome to This Week in Video Games. This is... God, the fuck.
Really? Video games?
And it begins.
This week in video games. Were you just so enamored with yourself?
I got that.
You're like, oh, look how pretty I am.
I can't. I'll put it over here now. I'm putting it over there because I can't.
I know, right? You just want to look at yourself.
It was at the corner. You know what? I'm going to minimize this shit. Otherwise, I'm going to keep looking at it. Fair. All right, here we go. 5, 4. Welcome to this.
My God. How is this so difficult?
Metro, what are you doing? What are you doing, Metro?
I was face bombing, to be honest.
Oh, God.
Metro, what are you doing? We
Sorry,
had that.
buddy.
That was the open. God damn it, Metro. Just shut up. I can do this. If you shut the fuck up.
Oh my
My
god.
God.
I'd like to get to sleep too. All right. Jeez, Metro.
Sorry,
Jets.
buddies.